Right. Now that we have a Firebase project ready, we go back to FlutterFlow, and what we're going to do is connect this project with my Firebase project. How can we do that? We can do it two different ways, because maybe you create first your FlutterFlow project and then your Firebase project, as I did now, or maybe you do it the other way around. You have already a Firebase project, or you create it before and then you create the FlutterFlow. Like the order, we can do it a bit differently, and I will do the both. I think it would not be necessary, but I'm going to do in this video the two ways of doing it. So we're in the FlutterFlow project, and we have to go here, settings, and we have an option here called Firebase. You see, Firebase. I will make this bigger. Firebase. We click in Firebase, and now Firebase project ID. We have to go back to Firebase, settings here, right? Project settings. And remember what I said about the project ID? Take into account that my name and my ID, they happen to be the same, but for you might not be the same. So remember the second field, please remember this, project ID. You copy this, Control C, and where it is, here, okay? And we paste it, and now we click in connect. And I have an error. You will also have an error, of course. FlutterHub does not have access to this Firebase account. Please add Firebase FlutterFlow EO. Select this address, okay? Select this email, firebase@flutterflow.io. Copy it, and what we have to do is to tell Firebase that he should allow all the connections and requests and requirements and whatever that come from FlutterFlow. So come here to authentication, click and add user, and we put the email that it was shown before, firebase@flutterflow.io, and password, no, so wait, it's not here, 1 second. No, my mistake, not here. It's here in settings, users and permissions. Yeah, users here, users and permissions. You should see your email, and what I'm gonna do is here, I'm gonna add a member. Now here, yes, firebase@flutterflow.io, and I'm asked which role this user should have. And we have to select editor. They tell us on the error, if I try again, look. We say, yeah, FlutterFlow, Firebase account. Editor. You see Firebase as an editor to this project. So I set it as editor. I click done, add member. Right, now I'm telling Firebase, okay, whenever FlutterFlow asks you for something, let him do whatever he wants to do. We come here, I click connect again, and now I'm connected. Look, success. Okay, it's not over. I need to do something else, which is the auto-generate config files. Okay, click here, and now this is what I established at the beginning. Okay, but remember what I said, that maybe the name needs to be unique. Imagine that you establish the name and you realize that, oh shit, it's occupied. And now what I do, I need to change it. Here is where you can change that that property. Okay, you change the name here, you generate files. This might take a while. Generate config files. I will pause the video. And done. You should see this, all these 3 steps. Firebase setup complete. And here in advanced settings, cloud functions region experimental. This is experimental and it's new. For now, we will do nothing here because when we do the section of the functions is when this will be necessary. So for now, just ignore it. We have a lot of work, and we are connected. Okay, how can we check this connection? So we will go now to the Firestore account, and if I click in create collection, and I put it like try FlutterFlow, okay, I click on create, I click here on manage content, Okay, this is it's trying to connect this collection with the Firebase. And I click in Add Document, and I have an ID. And if I go back here to the Firestore database, look, FlutterFlow, and I have a document added with no data. Did you realize I've interacted with Firebase, but from the FlutterFlow console? That's important, okay? That's important, and that's how we normally will do it. We'll do things, okay? So this means that the connection is right. So it was successfully connected. Okay, now we will do it the other way. And the other way is that imagine a scenario where I have already created, I have the Firebase project created, and I will come here and I will create a new project. So I'm now doing it the other way around, okay? Before I created the FlutterFlow and then the Firebase. Now imagine I've created the Firebase, which I have it already enabled, and I create a new FlutterFlow project. So I come here to projects in this icon, okay? I go to the main, I create a new project. I will say project to delete because it's just for this exercise. I click in create blank, and this is what we did at the beginning, but now I left the setup Firebase as enabled. Click next step, and now here, Firebase project ID. So I select again the project ID, that is here. Okay, Control C, I paste it, and I enable authentication, and I allow him to create a user collection, because in 99.999% of the applications you will need a users collection. Like, it's the most it's very common. And if we make it this way, when we try to do the logins afterwards, FlutterFlow will do a lot of things automatically for us, okay? But we are asked to establish an initial page, which is the page that the user will, the first page that appears on the application. We will create a blank page called login, page name called login, okay? And then once you're successfully logged in, he's asking you, okay, where should I direct you? Since now we don't have any page, we created a blank page that will be the home page. Okay, we click in start building, and apparently it looks like everything is the same as before, but if we come here, look, we have already 2 pages, okay? We have already 2 pages, login and home. In the other project, we didn't have 2 pages, we had only 1 page. And in the collection, we have already a collection of users with some properties, email, display name, photo URL, UID, create time, phone number, that I have not created it. Like FlutterFlow has created this automatically for me, because these properties are properties that normally you need for all the users. If you don't want some of them, you just have to delete them here. Okay, you delete, for example, no, I'm not going to need the phone number. Then you click here in the garbage and you delete it. If you want to add a different one, like surname, for example, you select the data type, string. You click here and you have this property added, okay? And if you click in manage content, now what we've done, we have created a schema. A schema, it said it's not configured, make sure your Firebase, okay, one moment. Let's go back. It says Firebase under configuration files has not been uploaded. Okay, we go here now to Firebase, and what happened? I didn't finish in the, seems like it has not been done. One moment. I don't know what happened, to be honest, because this should have been done automatically, but has not been done. Like here, I should see now this project ID. So I'm not sure why this happened, but I'll do it manually. I will have to generate files. But wait, because this is important. Look here up on the right. You see this red this 5 that has a red. This is a bug, and the yellow thing is a warning. Okay, so now FlutterFlow is telling me that you have one warning. Here I select the warnings. Warnings are things which are not will not block your project, but you should consider it. And here are the errors. Error is important because if you try to compile here to build the app, it will not let you. If I try to build it, you see, you need to, I get an error. So I have to fix these errors. Fortunately, if you click in each of the errors, if you read it and you click there, it will take you to the precise section of the page where you find this error. Okay, so firebase setup, config file is not uploaded. Okay, that's why, because I need to generate the config files. I generate the files, the config files. Maybe I quit it before when I clicked the wrong button. Anyway, it's not really important to make it one way or another. And now you see from 5, now I have only one error. Okay, and now create user collection user must contain field phone number. I'm forced to have a phone number here. Okay, so phone number. That's why they've created a schema for us. Not important, this string. And now that's solved. Okay, now it's everything done. And so this is the other way to create a project. It doesn't really matter the order, because at the end of the day, we can always come here to settings on Firebase and redo this as many times as we need it. And if there is some error, because sometimes happens, you just regenerate the config files and that's it. So no worries, you can redo it as many times as you need and nothing happens. Okay. And finally, here on the collections, okay, here on the left, connect Firestore. This is how we interact with the database. If I click on manage content, now, and I want to add a document, since I have defined a schema, and I want to add a document, now I get this. I get this because I've defined a schema that will only allow the certain data to enter in the database with the structure that I have defined in the schema. We will do this manually later, don't worry. Display name, Pedro. I will not upload any image, the UID, surname. This is not important now. And I add the document. Okay, did you see the document here? And I have here in the database the document. Okay, this is the document created. And as you see, it's respecting the schema or the structure that was defined, okay, for this collection. Okay, so for now, we leave it here. See you in the next video.